Okay, so we got this game. It's called Best Self Relationships. Because we don't never play games, so I found it on Amazon. So, babe, pick a card. It says, this category is personal growth. It says, how can we allow the things that upset us to make us better people?
How can we allow things that upset us
to make us better people?
Are you asking me that?
Yeah.
I think if we learn how to control ourselves and our own emotions, then what people do and say won't necessarily affect us as much. Now, we may, you
may react or
yeah,
feel
but
away.
It may not, it shouldn't affect you in a sense where, you changing or doing something to, to change yourself because of what they thinking.
Well, I think so too. I think that is a good question. Like, whatever may upset me, I think whatever you go through is about growth. Like, everything should be a learning experience so you can grow from it. So I think that would work for us. It says, the next card is about relationships. It says, what's your definition of a happy family?
A happy family? My definition of a happy family is meaning like your in-house family or family overall.
I mean, I guess it could be family overall because it just says relationships, so this your best self. So I'm guessing that these cards are about personal growth, like you know what I'm saying, or your personal views. So what do you consider, or what do you think would make a happy family?
Communication, understanding. Emphasis on communication.
Yes.
Because I think communication is key in family. Because if you have communication and you understand what it means.
Well, let's not be vague on the communication part, because some people think communication is just saying what you feel, and communication isn't that. Like, there are very destructive ways to communicate with someone. Yeah. But I think effectively communicating
to effectively communicate, you cannot be biased or emotional
or
on a decision.
Or make decisions in emotion.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to be emotional and have feelings, but I don't think, people should just, react in emotion for everything, because then you overreact.
I agree.
So it says, what boundaries do we need to create peace and harmony in our relationship? I love boundaries. I'm always talking about boundaries.
I think that you should keep your own personal, like when you're in a relationship, marriage, or just a relationship overall. I think people only know what you tell them. So I think that if you keep your situation amongst the person that you're with, and you all communicating and y'all working on problems and solving them and all that type of stuff, it'll alleviate a lot of people's opinions on your situation, and then that way you don't have to worry about explaining yourself.
So you think the boundaries would be keeping what's in the household within the household?
Yes.
Unless you're going to outreach for someone who can't effectively
like a counselor or something like that.
Or pastor. Or something, yeah.
That's something totally different, because that person is there and they're not biased. They're
what about other married couples or other, in marriages, because marriages are, supposed to be close to God, like you should have a good relationship with God in your marriage and let God lead your marriage, then I would listen to other married couples' opinions, because maybe they have been through something, but not looking for it to be my situation per se. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want them to give me the answers to my situation. It's more so advice, and I would want, friends to give me advice that would be helpful, not friends that say fuck that, or leave them, or leave her, or do what you want, or forget what she say. Like, I don't want that type of stuff. But, I think, like, again, it go back to, like, effective communication.
Yeah, because
but I
you
do
want somebody...
kind of agree when it's new, I think you should keep it at home. Like, not, like, secretive, like, oh, my man cheating on me, I don't want nobody to know type thing. But more so, like, if you got bill problems, if you got money problems, if y'all got communication problems, if you got sexual problems, like, those boundaries should not be crossed. They should stay within your household.
Yeah, and I think it's healthy if you understand that. Like, a lot of times we allow other people's opinions or what they think of us or what they think of our situation to affect what we got going on. And that's what ruined a lot of relationships and friendships and shit like that, because it be like, I'm not really using my own mind, I'm using yours.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it says, how much of your self-worth, this is about work, how much of your self-worth is attached to your work? Mine, none. I don't put my self-worth within my job.
No.
I mean, I work for myself, but that's not my self-worth. Like, me is not my job. I don't view it like that. So, you understand?
I don't know. Hell no. I mean, it's a complete difference. My business is my business, but my personal is my personal.
Yeah. And then the next card, because it's a category of health. So let's see one of these say. Oh, what bad habits are unacceptable for you?
Bad habits that's unacceptable for me?
Yeah.
Hygiene.
Me too. Hygiene is unacceptable. Your personal hygiene, how good you clean your house, yes, or not, like, those are unacceptable. That's why I definitely draw the line. Like, that is a wrap. I don't want it.
I can work with certain things, but that's one thing that I can't work with. Like, I'm a very clean person. I like how I smell. I like how I look. I would want for people around me to feel the same way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This one is personal growth. What should we put on our live list?
Like, what do we consider, like, to, like...
I don't know what you should do, I suppose, or, things that you want to do, like a live list. What would you...
If I had to put something on a list that I haven't done already, and, like, I considered it, like, living, going out the country.
Right.
Like,
okay.
It's on my to-do list. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that I want to experience.
I don't know what would be on my live list. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that one. I don't know. Maybe I need to look into some things.
I mean, just things that you never experienced.
I mean,
I've experienced
a lot, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what I may want to experience that I haven't experienced. Okay, and then this is another one on personal growth. It says, what legacy are you passionate about leaving behind? My children.
I want my kids to be
children.
Very successful. I want them to understand the concept of hard working and how much hard work pays off. I don't want them to ever feel like they need to want or need for anything. And that's the reason why I'm trying to set up things the way that I'm setting them up now.
Yeah, that's why I work so hard, so I can leave a good legacy for them. It says, so this is mindfulness. How can we create a space for peace, stillness, and tranquility in our relationship? How can we create a space for peace, stillness, and tranquility?
I think shutting off all phones, TVs, and everything like that, and actually communicating with each other. Like, that is a good way of being able to like have peace and tranquility, because we both are, like, at a peaceful, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, there's no distractions. Yeah. The phones are distracting, the TV is distracting, being outside around people is distracting. Like, I mean, like, me and you, like, together, alone, with none of those distractions.
I mean, I can understand that. Kind of like how when we normally take these drives, which are normally not on live, but normally take these drives and is, talking about our relationship and our growth and, like, whatever previous argument we had the day before or whatever.
Yeah.
I agree. So this is relationships again. How can I communicate my need for space without feeling hurt? I would just say that I need some me time. I don't think that would hurt your feelings. It would hurt my feelings if you told me you need me time.
No, I mean, and understanding that in that standing, that doesn't mean that I'm saying I don't want to be around you or with you. I'm just saying, give me a moment.
Alone in my own thoughts.
Give me a moment. Let me kind of like gather myself.
Or to not think about nothing. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it says, how do we create space for holding difficult conversations? I don't need
put them
space.
on pause.
Yeah, right. If it's too hard, then you put it on pause until you're ready to communicate it. But typically, if we're having a hard conversation, we just have a conversation.
Yeah.
And if it's something we need to come back and apologize for because our arguments, because we learned through the past to not go that, go that far, because we've learned, I think we created a safe space.
Yeah.
So far, I mean, we definitely practice
especially when you're thinking about the fact of you want to be able to get over the situation and not dwell on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want it to be a everlasting argument or disagreement. You want it to be a situation where y'all can kind of like see everything from each other's point of view, even if it ain't your point of view.
Yes. Oh, here's relationships again. What is your definition of cheating?
My definition of cheating is shit. I mean, I'm not even gonna say communicating with anybody outside of me, because I don't think that that's cheating if you have a conversation with a man. But I will say, like, if the conversation is along the lines of flirting or or ex or something like that or whatever, that's cheating. Like, I don't give a fuck what you say. Like, you can't say that it's not. It is.
I think anything that you're hiding from me is cheating. If you have to hide it, it's cheating.
Yeah, for sure.
I would say, relationships, is it ever okay to have secrets from each other?
No. I think, well, you know what?
Depends on what type of secrets are we talking about. Like, things that happened to you in your past that you just hold that may hurt you, or stuff that may be extremely embarrassing that you don't necessarily want anybody to know. Those type of secrets that were prior to my knowledge, prior to me knowing you, are fine. Because it comes with breaking certain barriers, and those more so have to do with the person within and not the person that they tell them the secret to. It's really about like how comfortable you feel telling your secrets.
Right.
So like. So sometimes I guess it would be okay to hold secrets.
I mean, you can, like you said, there's layers to people. Yeah. Like, everybody has layers. Everybody has a certain wall or something that they don't want to talk about, or not necessarily that they don't want to talk about, but they need to be in a certain space to discuss it. I think that if it's something new while you're in the relationship, then you should address it. Okay. Like, you shouldn't sit around and hold on to it and harbor that shit and then like be sneaky about it, because why not just speak up on it? You know what I mean? Like, if we both in this together, then why you being sneaky? Why you withholding it from me? Why is it a secret?
Yeah. Exactly. Because only secrets that are okay to keep are gonna be the ones that were from your previous life.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said,
make you not comfortable
and
with
even in that, like, if something comes up and it's remotely close to where you feel like a motherfucker finding it out, then I think that because of that, you should like clear the air, not like leave me assuming like, oh well, I don't want to talk about it. Like, well, it's kind of hard for you not to want to talk about it when somebody else is telling me this story. So I don't know what to believe or what not to believe. So let's address it. You know what I mean? Like, I can understand you not wanting to talk about it, but if it come across my path and I ask you about it, you should definitely tell me.
Yes, I think you should tell, because at that point, it's going to be best if it come from you.
Yeah, I don't want nobody else's opinion of you to, like, be in my brain.
Exactly. I want you to defend yourself. Let me know before they let me know.
Yeah. I think that's only fair.
Mindfulness. What does it mean to master the art of being together? These are little deep questions.
What does it say? Okay, repeat that.
What does it mean to master the art of being together?
What does it mean to master the art of being together? I guess, okay, so when you with a person for so long and y'all in a relationship or whatever, y'all start to literally break down every bit and piece of the person you with, especially when you living with them. Because it's one thing to date a person and fuck with them from afar, But when you actually living in a house with a person, it's kind of hard to hide certain shit. So just like how we was just speaking on secrets and all that type of shit, it's kind of hard to keep secrets or hide shit when you living in a house with somebody.
It is.
So for that reason, I think that mastering the art of being with somebody is understanding that whatever your flaws may be, I'm willing to kind of work with you and work through with you. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm mastering the fact that I can accept you for who you are.
Right. Yeah, I don't know with that question. I think mastering the art of being together is being together.
Yeah, but you gotta also understand that people sit around and be together for years, but that don't mean they mastered it.
No.
They just know what the fuck they both willing to allow. Like, I'll take this, I'll take that, I ain't taking this, I ain't taking that. You know what I mean? Like, but that don't mean you necessarily mastering the art of being together. Y'all just fucking settling.
Yeah. Next question. Relationships. What do we need to talk about more?
I mean, like, as far as us? What do we need to talk about more?
I mean, yeah, because right now we have questions about us. I don't think we need to talk about anything more.
I think we talk about everything.
Yeah,
I don't really think that it's nothing that we don't discuss.
I don't think it's anything we don't discuss. So I don't think we need to talk about anything more. I think we're pretty good. We talk about
we put it all on the table, and we definitely got them in not.
Pretty much out there.
Yeah, we put it all out there, and whatever, ain't for us or whatever, we ain't fucking with, then we just let it be known.
It says, what are your relationship non-negotiables? What are non-negotiables?
Non-negotiables.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I know them already.
I mean, honestly, just cheating.
Cheating or non-negotiable?
For the most part, I mean, like, I'm not gonna negotiate with that. Like, I'm not gonna sit back and go back and forth about that shit, or try to like be understanding or reasonable in that.
Cheating or hiding money, or
hiding money is another thing. Like, that's not negotiable because what's mine is yours. I give you whatever. If you want it, it's yours. Like,
exactly.
So it's not really you shouldn't hide or be sneaking around like that type of shit. You shouldn't have a secret bank account with fucking money that you storing for a rainy day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just kind of weird.
Said, what should we do if our libidos become out of sync? I think we should talk about it and figure out what's going on that our sex life ain't popping like it used to. We need to talk about it and effectively work to get it back to normal, meaning practice. Practice makes perfect. And everything is an ongoing practice.
And also kind of try to understand what is it that transpired that shifted this change.
Exactly.
So that way you don't experience it again.
Yes. It says, can our relationship work if we disagree about fundamental issues? I think that it would work even if we disagreed about fundamental things. Like, it would still work.
I mean,
core foundation, I think we have the same core beliefs.
Yeah.
And we have the same goals.
Yeah.
And even if we don't, as long as we get to the same solution, I think that it's fine.
Especially
typically because we talk out so much stuff, we can get on the same accord, even if we may disagree on how to get there.
Yeah, and I mean, when you come from two different upbringings, your fundamentals are going to be a little different anyways, because the same way I view something may not be the same way you view it. But like you just said, if our end goal is, on the same page, then we still saying the same shit.
Exactly. So how do friendships impact or enhance our relationship? I think our friendships do enhance our relationship, because looking at what our friends go through in single life, it makes us further appreciate we have and that we not single going through this shit. I don't think it causes a negative impact. However, they don't affect us in that way. We typically counseling them so we can enhance their relationship in better ways, because we may not have been through all of what they've been through, but we can definitely do critical thinking and help them get out of it.
Yeah.
Hey, Amber. It says, how do we agree to make up after an argument? We don't have to agree. We just make up.
You don't really have a choice.
Right,
I mean, like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Like, I mean, like I said, we married, so we don't really have an option.
I gotta talk to your ass later today. I gotta ask you where you Put
The
my
fuck?
goddamn
I
keys.
have shit to do. I mean, I can't not be.
Where's my credit card or my keys? I gotta talk to you. I don't got no goddamn choice. And what you want to eat tonight, by the way?
Yeah.
Crazy. Let me see. You want more relationship cards? Or do you want to go, because they have personal growth, relationship, mindfulness, finances, work, and then health.
Let's go to work. Let's see what people would think on work.
Okay. What causes you to stress at work, and how can I support you with that? We work together.
Yeah.
So, we normally have the same type of stresses. I'm normally the one that doesn't, I don't outwardly express stress. He outwardly expresses stress. His stress comes out and it resorts to anger, and then I have to calm him down. My stress is more quiet, all in my head, cause myself a headache type thing. But I think that we both support each other because we just go talk through it too. Even when I worked in like the corporate world, I would still go decompress with him, and he would help me through those stresses. So I would hope that other people's partners can help them decompress, but I do know some people don't have that when they come home with same type of support. But it's definitely important. Like,
it is.
Relationships entail a whole lot of stuff. Like, you know, that person is your partner. Like, they have to help you feel better, and, you know, help get in your head to help you think better, or think clearer rather.
And then understanding that, like, when you say like your partner, like your partner really like your partner. Like, I'm a partner in this in every aspect. Like, so if you frustrated, if you don't feel right about what you're going through, or whatever the case may be, like, I'm here to either be an ear, even if you don't want a response, or if you want a response, then, you know, I can give you a response. You know what I mean? Like, it's up to you.
Yeah.
But I think that that's something that you definitely need, especially when you work in two different fields.
Right. Okay. So now this other one about work says, under what situations would you prioritize work over everything else? With my kids calling me about Chick-fil-A, they could wait.
Yeah.
That's about it. When they calling about getting them some damn Chick-fil-A. Otherwise, my work schedule is, well, it's not as necessarily flexible, but because sometimes it is really stressful when we got to get it done right now. It ain't no other opportunity. And so it has to be the priority. But like I said, we work together, so work can prioritize over like our lunch date that we was gonna take or whatever. But we work together, so we still together anyway. So it doesn't. I don't know. The best part about us being in a partnership together in our own businesses is that we always together, so we're not missing time apart.
Yeah, so everything else can kind of like, you can really say